guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Maddie if you're new here. In today's video I'm going to be showing you every single book that's on my physical TBR. I actually filmed a podcast episode with my sister-in-law Katie on our podcast called Read and Tell, and so I just thought it would be fun to do this here as well, and that way you can actually see the books. Let's get into it. I'll start with some of my romances. So I've got Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. I bought this when it blew up forever ago and I still haven't read it. At the time I bought this, I was only reading romance books, so I think there were just other ones that called to me more than Every Summer After, but I am definitely going to read it. Then I have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. What is wrong with me? I keep saying I'm such a big Emily Henry fan and I've literally only read 2 of her books, right? Beach Read and People We Meet on Vacation. I need to read this. I need to read Happy Place, but I don't have Happy Place yet because I'm waiting to buy it when it comes out in paperback, which may never happen at this point. It's been months. Book Lovers, gotta read. I've got Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall. I bought this because it reminded me of Red, White, and Royal Blue, which I love that book, and I just haven't gotten it to yet. And I bought this on a used book app, so it was essentially free because I had a $5 off coupon and it was only $5. Then I have The Last Anniversary by Leanne Moriarty. Hopefully I said that right. I found this in a little free library and I recognize the author because she wrote, I get these two mixed up. She either wrote Big Little Lies or Little Fires Everywhere. I think she wrote Big Little Lies, and it was in great condition. And it was really the only little free library find I've ever found. Actually, you know what? I did. My next one is the only other book I found from a little free library. It's called Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I read Eleanor and Park, which I see on my bookshelf right there, by Rainbow Rowell when I was younger, and I liked it. And this was in great shape too, so I figured I would get it, and I haven't read it yet, but it was free. This is the most recent book I've bought because I have not been letting myself buy books, but I gave in and I saw this at Costco. It's called In the Weeds by B.K. Borison, and it just looked cute, and I haven't seen this book before, but I have heard of the author. It was only $10.49. Costco has such good deals on books, and hopefully I'll read it soon. It looks like it's gonna be a fall book, so maybe I'll read it in a few months. I have Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I started reading this and then I just DNF'd it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'll ever go back to this book. I think I missed the mark on it. I should have read it when it had all of the hype, and nobody's talking about it anymore, and so it convinced me to read this book if you love it. Otherwise I probably won't. I have Rule by Jay Crownover. I saw this at Target one day and it just kind of was giving me After vibes. So I bought it and it just seemed like an easy, fun read. I've never heard anybody talk about this, so let me know if it's good. I've got The Fine Print, same with Things We Never Got Over. I wish I would have read this in the middle of its hype because, again, there are so many good series out there. I don't know, you're gonna have to convince me to read this one as well. Did I even say what it was? The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, which is weird because I do love Lauren Asher. No, I haven't read anything by Lauren Asher. I was thinking of Christina Lauren, but once I start reading it, I'll probably love it. Someone convinced me to read it. I only have the first one in the series. I bought this book because I wanted to start reading more classics, and this one was so pretty. It's Pride and Prejudice. Then it has a cute quote on the back. Again, I got this on a used book app for like $5, but I have yet to read it. Let's do some that are kind of random for me and I'll explain why. Okay, so I have these ones because I had a pretty fun internship and they gave you like a list of books to read during the few months that I was an intern there. And I bought them all and I was so excited. I think I read 2, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and 1 more. And then I realized that nobody else in my internship group was reading them. So I stopped, but I kept these ones because I know I'll like these. I just need to get to them, and honestly 2 of them are really short. I should read them soon. I've got Ernest Hemingway, The Old Man and the Sea, which I feel like I kind of read, but I don't remember what it's about. I've got Tuesdays with Morrie, which Sam and Katie are just begging me to read. It's, I don't know, 150 pages and it has great life lessons in it, so I'll get to it soon, hopefully. And then the last book was Beach Music by Pat Conroy. Apparently this book is really sad, so I don't know why they had it on my summer reading list. And it's thick, but I read the back of it and I recognize the author's name, so maybe one day I'll get to it. My friend Riley, we went to Barnes & Noble a while back and she picked out this book for me and said I have to read it because it's her favorite book ever. It's called Lovely War by Julie Berry. This is just 10 minutes of me having to look at the author because I can't remember them. I've got Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. Bought this because I wanted to watch it before the film came out, and that was over a year ago. So one day. This one's also kind of big too. And right now I'm currently reading, so I'm including this in here, Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I'm 40% through. I use my book of the month credit to get it because I do love Ali Hazelwood's books. So I'll keep you guys updated if I like this or not. Oh my god, I'm such a liar. I do have one more little free library book. I got The Elegance of the Hedgehog. I saw this on TikTok maybe one time, but the comments really made me want to read it. I don't really know what it's about, but on Goodreads, people either love it or hate it, and I think the top review is, this is not a 5-star book until the end. So I don't know if it's gonna keep my attention because I'm gonna want that 5-star feeling sooner than the very end, but we shall see. And it's by Muriel Barbary, but it's kind of a cool cover and it's in great shape. When I got it at the little free library, it had this like code on it, and on the inside it said it used to belong to a library in Alabama. So cool. I've got The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey, can't say his last name. I saw Sarah Caroli did not like this book and she said it was just a lot of scenery and descriptions and no dialogue, so I don't know if I'll get to it, but the special edition is pretty cool. I have The Art of Racing in the Rain because I was brave enough to buy this, but I don't think I'm brave enough to actually read it. I saw on a podcast, I'll Read What She's Reading, they always talk about how this is their favorite book, but I just don't know if I can do this to myself. Seems too sad. Sam started reading it and didn't end up finishing it, but maybe one day I'll be strong enough to read a sad dog book. Probably not anytime soon. I've got Just Eat It by Laura Thomas. Apparently this is a really good informational book about intuitive eating. So I picked this up, it was on sale. It's pretty worn out because it was used, but I definitely do want to start reading this, maybe just a chapter at a time mixed in with other books. This is my first book of the month, Georgie All Along. I don't know if I'll get to it, it's just not calling to me. So if you love this book, convince me to read it. Another book of the month, I have Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. I will get to this soon, okay? I really have liked all of my book of the months I've gotten so far. One day, soon. Then I have Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. And this is going to be, for my podcast, we pick a book of the month every month to read, and then we do an episode where we discuss the book, full spoilers and stuff like that. So if you want to read along and join us, I will link my podcast down below. And we're not going to be discussing it until the end of September, so you have time. Or if you've already read it and you want to listen to it, be my guest. We would love to have you join us. I'm so excited about this one. I got this for my most recent book of the month, None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. It's a thriller. I just read a really good thriller, so after I finish Love Theoretically, I want to read this next. I read Lisa Jewell's other book, Then She Was Gone, and I loved it. So stay tuned. The cover is really cool too. We've got Kristen Hanna, The Nightingale. Katie gave me this for my birthday. It's pretty chunky, but I'm gonna get to it one day. I actually haven't read any Kristen Hanna books, which is shocking. I really want to read The Great Alone by her as well. I've got another Kristen Hanna book, Between Sisters. Let me know if you've read this. I haven't heard much about it. I have Tiny Beautiful Things, Advice on Love and Life by Cheryl Strayed. This is actually a TV show on Hulu right now with one of my favorite actors, Sarah Pigeon. She was in The Wilds, and I loved the TV show. It was heartbreaking. I didn't even realize it was connected to this book. Otherwise, I wouldn't have watched it because I actually already had the book. TV show was just called Tiny Beautiful Things, so I didn't put it together even though I should have. I know I'm gonna like this. Maybe when I kind of forget about what happened in the show, I'll pick this back up. 3 more. I have The Defining Decade. I picked this up when I was going through it a year and a half ago, and I did not start reading it yet, but one day. How many times did I say one day in this video? The Cruel Prince. Katie also got this for me for my birthday, and I'm excited to read this series. I think there are 3 books in the series, and it's by Holly Black. And then I have Frederick Bachman, A Man Called Ove. I've recently heard Ove. It also could be of. I don't know. But I got this because I also wanted to read the book before I watched the Netflix movie. I think they changed the name. It's called A Man Called Otto on Netflix. So I'm excited. I'm excited to read all of these. Let's count how many books I have that I haven't read yet. Sweet. Sweet! Okay, I just counted and I have 29 books on my physical TBR. Honestly, not too bad because I know when Destiny and Sarah and a few other people did this video, they had hundreds, but 30 is pretty high for me. The only thing that makes me feel better is I have been reading physical books lately, so I probably took this down by 5 or 6 just in the last 2 months, but there's work to be done. If you guys saw any books in this video that you want me to read, comment down below, because after I read None of This Is True, I don't really know what I'm going to be in the mood for. I thank you guys so much for watching. If this was your first video of mine, I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe down below. It would mean a lot to me to have you guys join me every week because I love making these book videos. And my book talk, my podcast, and our podcast Instagram will be linked down below. Hope to see you guys in my next video. Have a great day.